known him as a tank main. And we're getting into the PBs now. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of these teams here.
We are getting the bands ready to go. And yeah, funny you talk about Ven. Ven, a pretty decent tank. Does run the support as well. I'm not sure it's going to fit with this team specifically. I think he is going to be running the tank. I also know Local from a different league as well, and they are a support main, so they can flex as well. You're going to have a lot of different variables from this team. But it does look like we are going to see a Mag and a Wolf band come out from either side, as well as a Banner Protect.
Very interesting on the Hulk save so early on. Maybe, I know Inspector Wolf is a Hulk player himself, so maybe it's that, and they want to get that balance of the team up with the Namor squids potentially there. That's kind of the angle I could see. It's a very strong team up, so I can understand the save, but with something like Emma on the board, why would you not just save that? It's a much better value pick, and it counters every other tank in the game. I know she just got nerfed, but let's be honest, the nerfs didn't really touch the character. She's still strong, she's still oppressive, and that grab is a very strong resource. So it's very strange to see that not getting saved there by the Underworld team. And then on the side of Maximum Effort, seeing that Wolf ban off rip is very interesting too.
I agree. I do think they have a group player, so having that Wolf ban does make sense. Also the Invis Protect, I do remember them having a pretty solid Invis player, so those protects are making sense based off of what they want to run, right? And then obviously you see the Hulk Protect come in to have Nostra on that Namor, so that all of it's making sense. It's a little bit confusing to not ban out certain tanks, but just having these two teams knowing what they want to play, they're kind of just protecting what they're comfortable with, right? Not necessarily like what's meta. So I get it. We do see the Luna ban coming out from both ends, a Loki ban coming out from Underworld as well, and the Emma ban did come through for Maximum Effort, but Strange as well. Okay, that's 2 shield takes God. You do have the Mag still. Mag, arguably one of the best tanks in the game right now, so you'll be fine in that aspect, but we are going to see that Hulk and Namor team up with those squids, so I'm excited to see that. I don't think Maximum Effort has a dive, so it may not get the value in that aspect, but just having that squid on the map in general, super annoying to deal with.
Absolutely, and it's very interesting as well to see only really the Luna getting banned out against sorry, no, I can never get these bans correct on this Ignite system because it always reverses them. But on the side of Maximum Effort here, I mean, just being able to build up whatever team comp they want really, just off of the PBs alone, is going to give them so much value here. Interesting as well, they're running a triple healer comp off of Rip here. I know Adam, very underrated character right now. Invis as well with the buffs is incredibly strong. She had probably one of the best base kits of any single healer in the game, and all of a sudden you're giving her a healer role that is no longer getting one shot through consistently now that they've upped that healing factor from it. So will be very interesting to see what happens here. But on the side of the Underworld as well, running that Punisher with the Magneto and the Hulk, you're getting a double shield comp now to be able to just utilize every resource you've got to keep your Punisher up and allow him to just enforce into the enemy team any pressure that he wants. It's going to be interesting to see what unfolds on the point here as we go into a skirmish. Thor already drops down to Nostra. And that is it really on the side of Maximum Effort. Are they going to be able to stabilize off this, or is it just Underworld's point?
I mean, they were able to get a trade. The Moon Knight from Maximum Effort able to take out Nostra as well. So kills do come through, but again, they don't take any space. And I feel like this is an issue that I've seen with a lot of these teams, is their tanks are afraid to push up. You do have that Emma, And I was gonna mention the Jeff as well. Underworld has that Jeff in the back pocket, not able to find anything with the ult, but able to find all the kills on the point. And Underworld, they hold pretty strong there on this first point.
Yeah, the ultimate's coming out, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. Too much poke coming out as the Moon Knight tried to align that ultimate. And I want to give a little shout out to the Jeff pick. I know Baiju couldn't be here tonight, but he would love to be seeing that. But to be honest, I'm quite surprised to see such a dominating force coming out from the Underworld, considering the fact that they've got those lack of heals with that Jeff pick. You know, compared to a lot of the other healers that you can run with mainline healers just not being banned out right now. The Punisher role coming out, and you can see what I was talking about earlier with that resources from the team, as you just are able to keep that Punisher up super easily as he's going through that ult, but unfortunately did not find anything.
Unfortunate indeed. You do have a cloak ult pop that well from Maximum Effort. They are trying to make some space here with that Emma ult. She is able to find two. Finally finding their footing on the point. Nasha trying to play contest, but gets taken out by the Thor as well. A nice push came out from Maximum Effort. Finally seeing themselves on the board. And Inspector Wolf, he actually already has another Jeff ult, so maybe we see another Jeff play come out for the side of Underworld. But Maximum Effort, they're able to cap. Now it's their turn to try to find some percentage.
Hopefully they take a book out, can't even get my words straight today. Take a page out of your book and, you know, get those tanks pushing up, claiming that space, but it seems like they're just going to be able to walk straight in. Punisher ripping his ult as Maximum Effort just start to lose their players. They've got the ults up, out comes Invis. Is it going to be enough for them to be able to hold this point? We'll wait and see. The Jeff ult coming out. Is he going to find anyone? Jeff falls down too as another healer ult gets popped with that cloak, and they're able to just keep that space held. Thor drops down, but they're still up picks on the Maximum Effort side here. But is it going to be enough to let them keep that space? And I believe it is. As Shamu comes out, connects onto the Adam. Moon Knight falls as well. The Hulk just juggling the team, going crazy right now. Huge rise from the Adam comes out as the Maximum Effort drops the Khonshu down on Underworld. Is it going to be enough to swing the tides of the fight? Underworld have lost control of the point here. It's ticking in favor of Underworld. Never mind on that front. Maximum Effort have claimed it back. What a gigantic Adam ult to save that point.
Yeah, somebody give Kismet a medal, because that res could possibly win them this round. Able to come up big there. You don't always see the best Adam reses, I'll be honest, but that one came up big. You saw Nasha trying to make a play with that Namor, and they were able to get the point for just a little bit, but Maximum Effort right back on. You do see a cloak ult coming in, as well as an Emma ult and a Moon Knight coming in from Maximum Effort as well. They're really investing a lot here. Now they just need to close it out. Hulk's on the point, contesting, being a nuisance, trying to make sure that he can stay on the contest for his team. The Jeff ult comes through as well. Is he able to find enough? He jumps off the map, but the contest, he had to be the one to contest. And Maximum Effort take round one.
Just like that, Maximum Effort showing they are truly bringing their best today, claiming round one. What a Adam res, and I'm so glad that that paid off for them. Honestly, it was, for me, instant MVP of the game right there. That man just single-handedly saved that round for them.
100%. That was a huge play, and not only that, we look back at the bans, right? They banned out Strange, so Underworld had to keep pushing and had to keep staggering themselves just to get a contest. Like, the Hulk did really well, staying alive as long as he could. And Inspector Wolf, he comes in, he makes the play with Jeff, but not able to get all three of the players. Cloak was able to get out with that cloak form, and because of that, Jeff couldn't cap. He got off the map. I was able to kill two, but at what cost?
Absolutely, and sometimes you just have to cut your losses, you know? In that scenario, you know for a fact that you've got to be the one to contest. Just drop that Jeff ult on the point, sit in your healing circle, and just try and survive so that your team can get back. That's all you can do at that point.
Right, just a bit of a misplay coming out from Underworld, but still a solid and really close round. Atkins able to find a big one early on to the Magic player, but it looks like Maximum Effort, they have that early control of the point. You do see Underworld on high ground. Can they find anything? We are seeing a little bit of a dive coming out from Underworld now. The Black Panther comes out as well. You do see Adam coming out from Inspector Wolf. He does let go of that Jeff pick, which I thought the Jeff was pretty strong, but given that last round, I understand why he swapped as well. And Maximum Effort looking really strong here at the beginning of this.
Absolutely just dominating with the space control here as well, but unfortunately the Thor goes in a little too hard. Bucky coming out with the ult, but the Invis rips to counter. Unfortunately not going to find the value with that now. The mag...
The Magic coming out with ult as well. Oh, you're good, you're good.
For a little bit of technical difficulties there.
No, you are good. We do see a lot of ults being committed here from the side of Maximum Effort. That's both support ults gone. Squirrel able to find an exit pick, but Maximum Effort with both those support ults able to hold on to this point still. Over 50% down for this team, and Squirrel still trying to find another pick or two here. Getting a lot of damage in, has the ult, but Thor able to take out the cloak before they pop ult, so that ult's going to be gone off the board. I mean, it's still on the board, but it's not going to be in this fight. Squirrel Girl trying to push up here, maybe get an ult off. Able to get some damage in, as well as another Bucky ult coming out from Nostra, but Emma trying to play spoiler there. The reset does come in, but the kills going in favor of Maximum Effort. This Moon Knight really being annoying alongside Thor, and we do have a late cloak ult coming in as well. But unfortunately, it's just Squirrel Girl and Cloak here. And even with the carpet, it's going to be so hard to stay alive, especially after it disappears. Squirrel just trying to fight for as long as she can with that Cloak. And then we have a Cloak ult coming out from Maximum Effort as well.
Yeah, absolutely dominating force here, and no strange to be able to get the TP, as we're just going to have to watch Underworld stagger and stagger. Another Adam res coming out, but unfortunately just too late, as the round immediately dominated by Maximum Effort. Just round one, game one to Maximum Effort. We need to see some adjustments from the Underworld team here, you know, whether it be in that pick ban phase or whatever it is. You know, we've seen, for example, that Emma being allowed to go through, not even banned or protected, just allowed through, just dominating all of the space on the map. And a big shout out to that Moon Knight as well, with the 15 final hits. Just Maximum Effort. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, going into game two of Underworld versus Maximum Effort, going into the Hall of Dahlia convergence map. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be adjusted here on these PBs. Already seeing an Emma ban coming out of both sides. Underworld turning around saying, no, 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 you're not getting that level of control on us again. Again, seeing the Moon Knight ban, leaving that Magneto open is an interesting choice, but I can understand why they got rid of it, considering the fact that it was just oppressing the space on the point with that every time that Moon Knight dropped an ult, just absolutely forcing the entire Underworld team out. It's going to be an interesting as well, now that they've got that Strange, they've got access to that TP, and I just want a little bit of a shout out to the team coordination here on Maximum Effort, with the 5 Jeffs being hovered.
So there could be 5 Jeffs on the map. I'm sure some team would make it happen, and in fact, almost all of them are Lord Jeffs. So that's even funnier. They have the playtime with the character. We do see an Invis band coming in from the side of Underworld. The Luna band, pretty typical. We do see the Hulk band coming out as well, so they were not having fun with the squids. I already knew that was going to happen, and honestly, Nostra was doing really well for Underworld. He had, I think, 9 final hits to end that map. I was looking at all his stats. Ven, he had the most damage in the lobby at around 20,000, but only 1 final hit. So, again, just a lot of damage coming out. But not a lot of coordination and a lot of individual plays coming out from the side of Underworld. Obviously, I think part of it is this them not knowing maximum effort enough to have an idea of what to ban this time around. You do see a lot more targeted bans. You don't ever see a Moon Knight ban, right? But because of the Moon Knight was being so annoying, he's gone, as well as the Emma ban. They definitely learned. You had Emma banned previously from maximum effort. They're going for it again. Underworld definitely should have matched that the last time. Even not knowing if there's an M on the other team, it's a good ban to have, especially if you know how good of a character it is. Like, it's a pick ban character, and since you don't have it, you shouldn't have to go against it.
Absolutely, and I wouldn't even say like a pick ban. It is a must ban, must pick. If you do not have an Emma player and that Emma is available, you are playing at a disadvantage. Seeing here now as well, Atkins on the Hulk with that Lord banner. It's going to be an interesting turning around and saying, hey, you can play Hulk? Well, so can I. I'm going to do it better than you. So let's see what happens here. Coming out as well with the Penny as well. With the Hulk, Penny is an interesting tank lineup. I prefer the lineup here on the Underworld. Very strong on that poke, but that double shield is just going to allow them to force any amount of space that they want to claim here, going into that defense here. Seems that they can't seem to make up their mind on if they want to play that Squirrel Girl or if they want to play that Magic. I think they've locked in that Magic now. I suppose maybe that Penny is just trying to do the lineups and we'll see a switch maybe? Because then offense Penny, not very common, but I wouldn't be against getting to see it happen. And we're going to get to see it happen, Buns. This is going to be an interesting game for sure.
Very interesting. Penny without the rocket too, which, I mean, you don't need a rocket to run Penny, I guess, but having that team up is always nice. Having the double nest. But on offense, you don't see it a whole lot. It's only in very niche situations, but Ryu right now, I mean, they're putting in some damage, being annoying, trapping the Strange as much as possible. We also have the Hulk coming in as well, trying to dive into that point. Mitch, though, able to find a pick on to the Namor, and Penny goes down as well. Inspector Wolf, he's on the mag right now, just being a nuisance. Hulk still taking a lot of damage, but able to get out with his life, and a nice hold coming in from Underworld so far.
Who are just absolutely running it down, saying that you are not allowed to have any space at all. Atkins falls to Venatus, getting that easy pick, and big plays coming from the Underworld team here. They're really finding their feet now as they're claiming back all of this time that they need to get back on maximum effort. You know, things like the Strange Shield and the Magneto Shield now just providing a lot of value for that Underworld team, especially when those tags come out. The Strange with the triple kill. Underworld just absolutely dominating, saying you are not allowed in, as they just wipe the floor with maximum effort.
Yeah, Strange with the Eye of Agamotto, able to go in, find picks. You had the Magic ult come out as well. So, a couple volts invested, but it was definitely shown how much value they got out of it. Only 2 minutes remaining for maximum effort now to try to take some space here. We do have a lot of ults coming out from the side of maximum effort. We do see the Cloaco. Are they going to stay alive? No, they get dunked on. Inspector Wolf with a huge pick there. The Luna ult is going to have to be invested as well. They do have the Atom Res if needed. But right now, still a 5v6. Luna dancing on the point, trying to keep their team alive here. And we have another Bucky ult coming out. Will he be able to find one? He is able to get a reset, but gets taken out, unfortunately. And we have the Phoenix ult coming out as well. A lot of ults being invested here in this fight. Maximum effort trying to hold on. And Ryu able to find a big 2 picks as well. Can he find his third onto Inspector? He's absolute, but not able to get away with his life. Inspector Wolf able to find that kill as well, but Hulk still on the point, and maximum effort. They could get some time here. They could possibly get a tick. Looks like they are going to be able to get at least one. And is the portal coming in Looks like it is. The portal will come through. We could see an eye popped here as well. The eye gets popped, but Cloak able to stop the team, and the counter eye comes as well. Nostra gets caught into it. Back and forth we go here for both sides. Looks like a rocket ult was invested as well. Underworld still holding on. That portal paying dividends. And we're gonna have to see Vanta possibly pop a portal of his own. It looks like he is gonna have the time to do so. His team is backing up while the portal comes through.
Absolutely, but 17 seconds on the clock. They need to make this count. Venatus falls as maximum effort going to bring their A game and crack through the point for this last fight. They need to be able to win it with no resources available. The rocket ult comes out from the side of maximum effort. Is it going to be enough to finally crack through Nostra? Is he going to be able to get the pick? It does not seem so. The cloak ult coming out to keep his team healthy, but the counter cloak ult coming from the side of the Underworld is absolute pandemonium as we just see ult after ult after ult. The Lunar ult coming out now too. The Phoenix ult, are we going to see it just drop down and wipe the floor? We are going to see the Phoenix ult doesn't connect with an incredibly timed cape coming out from the side of Underworld here. This is a make or break moment. Nostra falls, Venatus low, Venatus falls. Are they finally going to crack through? Inspector Wolf dropping the Magneto meatball straight into the side of the Underworld. Picks one, but getting rezzed by the rocket. Agamotto coming out, but it's not going to find any picks. Underworld barely managing to hold on to life here as the ticks come through. Maximum effort claim the point. What a fight.
What a fight indeed. Two crazy fights coming out at the end of that. A lot of ults being invested from both sides. Underworld, they're going to have the advantage in the ult. Maximum effort, though, coming up big at the end. They do capture that first point, and now they're going to start walking. 2 minutes and 30 seconds added on to the clock for them. We'll see what they elect to do here. We have another Bucky ult as well as a Magic ult coming in from the side of Underworld. So maybe the Magic ult does get popped early. What can he find here? It looks like he is going to be able to at least bait out that support ult from maximum effort, and not able to find anything, but getting that ult out is going to be big because you do have that double support coming out, or it's triple support actually from maximum effort, and Rocket does still have the ult in his back pocket, but again, baiting ult's huge.
Absolutely, the cloak ult coming out here, and as you were saying, being able to set the tempo on that defense is so important. The only thing you care about is that clock ticking down. The Lunar roll dancing away as we are watching ult after ult come through. The Monster Hulk, Vantacorp's finds a pick on the Nostra. Huge Agamotto coming through, but it's not enough to get the picks. The medium M coming through as well. We see the Lunar Snowfall on the side of a maximum effort, and they are slowly folding to the pressure coming through from Underworld, who have seemed to find their flow coming into this new round here. Absolutely dominating force coming out from Venatus on that Magic, who once again has his ult and is just running rampant in the backline of maximum effort. They need to find some adjustments because they need to crack through. They have got 30 seconds on the clock, and what is the answer?
I don't know if there is one. They are pulling out that Scarlet with the Strange. That team up is still a thing, so they're gonna have a TP coming out. You do see Nostra set up. Oh, they got counter portaled. They should be able to hop in here. Vanta's struggling to get into that portal, but is finally able to hop in. Close to an ult. Ryu with that Scarlet trying to find some damage here, trying to take out that Magic who had popped ult as well. But Nostra coming out with that Punisher ult. Is he gonna be able to find some kills here? He's able to find two. Looking for the third, able to take out Scarlet as well, just keeping the team at bay. 4 kills at the end for Nostra to hold on for Underworld. Maximum effort with a solid push there at the end, but again, just too little too late. Underworld hold with 85.1 meters after that first point. It's definitely doable, but again, this map, it's so easy to hold on defense. Again, if it wasn't for the fact that Maximum Effort, they had all those ults, Underworld, they definitely could have just held them the whole time.
Absolutely, and we're going to need to see Maximum Effort bring their maximum effort to be able to hold that point now. They need to realistically keep a stronghold on that first point. Otherwise, Underworld may be able to just run through them once again. They seem to be having some difficulty dealing with this dive, and I wonder if maybe they need to be running some counter picks to that. They're running a lot of poke, and that is just going to get countered by dive. And so unless they see some adjustments coming out here, seeing the Penny and the Rocket being an example to deal with that they will hopefully be able to lock down that point and keep their backline up. We saw in the fight as it broke out there when they teleported in that their healers just went down instantly to Varnadus. They need to keep them up, otherwise they're not going to be able to find that value in these fights and be able to keep their team healthy.
I mean, seeing the Penny come out, it was a bit weird to see on the offense, but we are going to have the Penny set up here on defense. They have questionable nest placements, but from the side of Underworld, looks like they're going over towards that far left side. Let's see what's happening here on this end. They're going straight over to the high ground here. They're pretty much going to avoid everything from the side of Maximum Effort, but a Wolverine does come out, looking to find some kidnaps here. That's an Underworld. Getting aggressive. Ryu, though, able to find that pick on to Magic early with those Penny setups.
Unfortunately, not going to find the value, though, as they get instantly revived by the rocket beacons. But there we're saying about the need to counter that dive, and maybe that Penny is the answer as they got that instant value. Just a bit of skirmishing coming out, but already the Lunar Snow falls. Wolverine getting low. Falls down too to Nostra as the Underworld are just cracking them open like a walnut, saying, this is my point, you get off now. Vantacorp's trying to hold on for dear life now as his team is just falling around him, but you're the Strange, you're the one who gets them back to the point, and now they're just going to be able to claim that point for free. Point one definitely goes to the Underworld here. Surely, as it ticks up and up and up. The Penny trying to roll out, but sees it is to no avail. Starts getting set up on that second. Point one goes to Underworld, making breakneck pace against them here, as they have seemed to just found their flow. Maybe domination just wasn't their mode, as they are absolutely crushing Maximum Effort right now in the Convergence map.
Yeah, no, this Convergence is looking like a much different beast for the side of Underworld. It looks
Bakio coming out instantly shut down by the Penny mines. Oh, that is truly heartbreaking as we see two of them fall on the side of the Underworld. The ults coming out again, just absolute pandemonium. Maximum Effort able to shut down that dive once again from the Underworld.
They said they're not out of it yet. Still 4 minutes to go. There is a possibility for Underworld to force this map 3. Huge Eye of Agamotto coming out from the side of Underworld, and that is going to be for dead. As last alive is going to be Vanta and Atkins, I think. Yeah, the Wolverine, but he backs up. Not a whole lot of time to work with now. If you are Maximum Effort, or not a whole lot of space to work with, albeit Underworld, they are trying to keep them out with the portal. I don't think Vanta has his portal back yet, so no contest is going to come through in Underworld. They win map 2, and we are finally seeing a map 3 in the Liberty Rivals League.
They had the portal. I don't know what happened, why they were unable to get the portal off there. I believe he had the cooldown, but maybe he got interrupted by the magic chain potentially, because I saw that did fly out. Unfortunately,
the chain canceled the portal? I don't know that.
Potentially, I don't know. It's a brand new ability, and I've not had the time to test it. Absolutely deserved MVP from Mitch Twin here. Absolutely deserved. Every Agamotto that this man dropped was just looking like a Scuba Steve dropping nuclear bomb after nuclear bomb, as his team was just able to capitalize on every single one. Absolutely dominating force here coming out of the Underworld. We need to see some effort coming out from Maximum Effort as they need to make some adjustments and go back to the drawing board on their comps to deal with this DPS dive coming out from the Underworld. Potentially change up your ban strategy, potentially, who knows. But we did it, Puns. We're going to a game 3 finally in the first time ever in the LRL. We're going to get to see that map 3 and I am excited.
Yeah, no, I am too. I did like some of the team comps and the ideas that Maximum Effort were coming out with. You did see the penny. And it worked in some ways, but the only real dive they had was that Magic, which was the player that ended up getting taken out. So it did work. Yeah, you definitely got to look at the bans and think, what can you do? Would you rather deal with the Bucky or deal with the Namor? Would you rather, save a ban for another tank instead of banning the Wolverine? Who knows? I don't know if Underworld has a Wolverine player. But the fact that the Magic and the Bucky were left in alongside the Strange, which was banned map 1, I mean, you saw how much value Strange got. So